You might remember them. Their dream home burned down in Altadena. Watch.
I am grateful that we got out, and that's the most important thing,
Yeah.
100%. But it's like that, I believe, is our dream house in our dream neighborhood, and we really landed in a place that we felt was us. I walked into the ash yesterday to go see our house, and nothing is left.
Nothing. Dutch and Sigma are back with us today. It's good to see you guys again. I think I told you at the time, I remember when Sigma was speaking, Dutch, how emotional you were and just how attached both of you were to the neighborhood, Altadena. Sigma first, a couple of weeks now have passed. What's life been like for you in that time since we last spoke?
Every day, taking us day by day. I go to my office to work, to be of service to others. I haven't gone back to the home to see it. I haven't seen the ruins or anything. Dutch spoke last time that he had visited.
Yeah.
It's just a very slow process, just day by day, taking it day by day. And today, every day is a good day, actually.
I remember that about you last time. You were so positive and so grateful for all the help you were getting, even with everything that you were going through. Where are you guys staying, Dutch?
So we took advantage. There's a program that LA 211 has with Airbnb, and they provide credit for Airbnb. So we used that credit for the first week, and then we were able to stay on that place for 2 weeks. But however, it was already booked by some travelers for this weekend. So we literally had to pack up this morning, and we have another Airbnb booked. So what belongings we do have are back in the cars, and we'll move into another Airbnb tonight until we find some longer term housing, because the house when you have a place to live.
Yeah, how are you going about that? Either one of you or both of you can answer that question. It gets back to what we were talking about in North Carolina. We can talk about the president if you want in a few minutes. He's on his way to California now. But this whole idea of, you said this was a program, a local program of how these disasters should be responded to. What's the response been like from your point of view, you government, state, local, federal, in terms of what they're making available to you?
Well, Sigma's been coming to the office here to work every day. I mean, the day of the fire, she came right back to work to treat people. And I've been pursuing all the benefits that are available. I know Pasadena, south of us, Altadena is just north of Pasadena. The FEMA set up a station where you can register with them, and LA County and Pasadena and the DMV and unemployment office, and like 20 different programs are all in one space at the North Campus of Pasadena City College. And it's been sort of one-stop shopping, has been very helpful. And they're going to have another program next week with about 50 different nonprofits at another venue where people can take advantage. So I went and we, applied for our duplicate registration for our cars that was burned, things like that you don't think about. But I think the response has been remarkable. The response fighting the fire and the day that it took everybody by storm.
Of course.
We lost everything, but the follow-up, I think FEMA snapped into action appropriately. I think the county services and city services have snapped into action, and everyone geared up. And everybody I've talked to at each one of the booths, each one of the programs has been heartfelt and warm, and I felt that they actually care. I've never felt like I'm dealing with a bureaucracy. I feel like I'm dealing with people that are there for a reason.
Okay.
And that's been
I mean, that's good news, obviously. I mean, we're talking to different people, and other people have other perspectives in different states like North Carolina. You've heard some of the people earlier today saying that they are not getting the help they need 4 months later. You say it's working well. Anything, Sigma, that you'd like to add on that? Any thoughts, by the way, on the president visiting today at all?
Really grateful that he's had a change of heart about California. We're really grateful that his intention is to hire the best builders to assist homeowners like ourselves in the community rebuild.
Right.
So right now we have nothing but gratitude. We know he had a difference of opinion, but he's coming, to assess. We'll be grateful for that.
Right, on the ground, see it, talk to people, even if you don't agree with them politically, figure it out, work together. I mean, that's what we should be doing, obviously, in these situations. I know the other thing that I remember last time with you guys is that I think both of you, definitely one of you, was saying that Altadena, as sad as it is, would never be the same. I'm sure that's true. What about how it might come back? I mean, sometimes in these situations, we'll be back better than ever. Do you still feel the same, or you feel optimistic, or do you think about going somewhere else? I mean, how has that process kind of evolved over the last few weeks, or has it?
Well, through text chains and social media, and when we go to the programs where there's benefits for the fire families, the victims of the fire, we start to share stories and we connect and you go, hey, what part of Altadena were you in? Oh, you're on this corner. We were on that corner, and we have connected and become, I think, a tighter community than ever. Everybody I've talked to has said that they're going to stay and rebuild, and they're going to do everything they can to bring the charm to our community. And I feel uplifted by that because I think to a person, everybody I've talked to, 30 or 40 people, has said, we're staying, we're going to do what we can to make Altadena the charming place that it was once again.
So
Yeah.
we're very up.
Yeah, that make you feel better, Sigma? Because I mean, that was the kind of thing. I know in the moment, well, I don't know, but I would assume in the moment it must hit you so hard, and oh man, this will never be. I loved it so much, it'll never be like that. But does it make you feel better to hear your neighbors speaking that way?
Absolutely. We know that this is not going to be overnight. It could take 2 years, it may even take 3 years, but we're going to be patient and we'll keep engaging with the community.
Another thing, if I will, that has been really uplifting,
Sure.
the level of support from fellow Angelinos from all over Southern California has been amazing. When we go to the places where people have collected toothpaste and toilet paper and clothes, people have been donating from all over the country, from Seattle to San Diego, and to see firefighters masked. And now when we have these other fires popped up, we have firefighters from all over the Western United States, including the Native American nations. Everybody has shown up. Everybody has shown up to help their fellow Americans that don't know us. And not one of them said there's a condition. They want to help just because they want to help. So I would encourage our president to not put conditions on help our 6,000 plus families that are now homeless.
Understood. That's something that's been talked about, the so-called strings being attached to this disaster aid. Certainly understand your point of view on that, Dutch. Thank you, and Sigma as well. Hope we can check back on both of you, and we wish you nothing but the best in the rebuilding. Thank you again for coming on. Dutch.